All right, thank you for joining. Today we'll go over XRP, USDT on the Binance chart. So I went ahead and charted out the previous quarter's lows, previous quarter's highs. Not really relevant, seeing that we had this massive wick to the downside. Took at all these lows, right into this demand zone, which I can mark out for you, right into that zone, tested it, and had a nice bounce to the upside, right? About a 50% gain, just like everything else, right? Now, what's next for XRP? So, as you can clearly see, right, this is just a massive range. Not much to it, it's just a massive range. So, when looking at it this way, the best area to enter along, yes, that would have been when you got that wick, which was highly unlikely. Nobody was expecting that. So we can go ahead and break things down even more, right? So let's go ahead and find some local highs or just some major highs, right? We're on a daily time frame. So that was a pretty big high, which happened, right? Resistance, flipped into support, lost it, and now we are fighting to reclaim this support resistance zone, right? As of right now, I am not bullish on XRP. I would actually be a little bit more bearish until we can reclaim this level, right? Because if we do not reclaim this level, then more than likely we're going to just make our way to the downside to try to find value in this range, which may not come until we get to these lows right here, right? But remember, these order books are basically all wiped out. So since we are trading with algorithms, yes, there will be some buying and selling pressure at these lows. And in my opinion, that would be the best area to look for a long, is at these lows, specifically specifically this low. And if it fails, then yeah, the next best area would be at about $1.66. So as things kind of play out right now, it's just best to hold off. But as I can see here, this is actually a pretty interesting support zone too as well. And as you can see, right, price reacted with this area a few times, even when it lost, right? Went down to this demand zone. It stopped right above this more local support zone, right? So if we go ahead and go down to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this zone is actually currently acting as support. So if we're trying to look for places to long, I would be looking at this area, come to think of it, and this area right here, right? Now up here, only if price comes up, reclaims this level, builds value, then you aim to the upside, targeting 15%. But if we do get price to move down, then yes, the next area would be here, sweep some local lows before looking to move higher. And if you get an entry down here, this could potentially be a little 10% range, but I would just hold it to see if we can reclaim the previous month lows. And if you are able to reclaim those previous month lows, then the next target should just be the monthly high, right? The previous month high, which you're talking about is a 36% gain to the upside from these lows, if you're able to get a buy in at these lows, right? So yesterday's lows currently acting as resistance. So if we go ahead and zoom in even more, right, I can actually go ahead and just remove this because let me just hide this for now. these are the most important areas right here. So between the previous month lows and yesterday's highs, we need to see price reclaim to move higher. If we do not reclaim, we look lower to possibly take a long down here at around $2.30 to then move higher, right? It's only two areas I'd be interested in entering a long. So that's pretty much it with XRP. And if, you know, bullish price action continues and we were able to get the long down there, then I'll just hold it for new all-time highs, which is about 60% away. All right, so like and subscribe. Remember to leave a comment below of a project you'd like to see me chart. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm just gonna stick with a lot more major coins like XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana. Just the ones that have an ETF approved, because those projects have staying power. They obviously have not been wiped out as bad compared to the rest of the market. It did have a pretty big move to the downside, but just looking at it structurally, you can see like XRP has just been holding its levels compared to almost any other project we select, right? Very low, died, Psy has just, look at this, it's already in a bear market. Solana holding its value, right? So look at Solana and then look at XRP. Very similar charts, right? So after they had their nice rise, they've held these levels, right? Buyers are holding price up. Same thing with Solana, right? Buyers are holding the price up. We go to Ethereum, buyers are holding the price up, right? Go ahead and hide all this. Right? Buyers are holding the price up. Right? But other projects, even ADA is not really doing too well. I mean, I just like this project personally, but it's not really doing all that great. Anything else is pretty much in a bear market. Like, look at this. Those are bear market levels. Atom, AVAX, bear market levels. It's interesting, right? But it seems like altcoins never left the bear market. They had a crazy pump back at the beginning of 2024 into 2025 as well. And a lot of them just basically died out. 2024 was the massive pump, and then since then it's just died out. I think altcoins are in a bear market. I really do. SWI is another project actually that's holding its value. So I'm also going to try to do more videos on SWI. Right? So that's it. I'm going to stick with those projects for a while unless I really feel like doing charting on a recommendation in the comments. If I don't get anything in the comments, I'm sticking to those coins. Just going to focus on trading those. And then that's pretty much going to be it. You know, go to XRP. Very interesting trend line also to draw. All right, see what happens when price gets to that level. And that's that. All right, well, thank you for joining. Like and subscribe, and until next time, take care.